Hello everybody, this is Andrew Wayne and we are looking at EVE Online. This is a small interlude to Season 1. Had somebody ask me a question regarding the beginner fit that I was using for my catalyst and where I found that fit. And I thought I would make just a short quick video on how to do this because actually the options for beginner fits is in-game and a lot of people just don't know that. And what we're going to do is if you look in the chat box in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, you should have a chat box, and you may have 2 or more tabs. I happen to have 2. You may have more than that. But if you click on Open Channel Window, come over to the channel search, and you just put in Beginner Fits. Hit Enter. It should find it and load it for you. Excuse me, I'm sorry. You'll see fits for frigates and exploration and mining and destroyers and cruisers and so on and so forth. Go ahead and close this. The first thing we're going to look at is the Heron because I do not have it and I want to show you something in regards. If you notice, this beginner fit for the Heron comes up. Some of the items are checked or some of the modules are checked. That means I have the skills needed to use those modules. Some of the modules have little red X's. That means I do not have the skills required to use those modules and I would need to train up the skills. So that will let you know instantly whether you can fly that ship in your current level or not. But if you come down to Simulate Fitting, click that, you'll get a screen that pops up that actually simulates the fitting. If you look in the top left hand corner of that, it will give you a warning and then any incomplete skills that you may have. So for example, if we look over the warning, it says we are getting diminishing returns. Some items on here you can use more than one of, but you will get a diminishing return. So the first one may work at 100%, but the second item you put on there works at a lower level than the first one. If you put a third one on, it will work at a lower level than the second one. So you just have to be careful of that. If you look at the incomplete skills, it will tell you how many skills are incomplete, and then if you look at the modules, it will be highlighted. In this case, I believe it's the scan range finding array. So I highlight again, it'll tell me I'm missing 3 skills, what those skills are. I can buy and train those skills, and it will tell you how long it will take. In this case, if I was to buy and train these skills, it would take 5.5 hours before I'm able to fly this ship. Also, you'll see your CPU, your power grid. If you look up here, you'll see your capacitor, offensive, defensive, targeting, navigation, and drone information. One thing I do want to point out is next to your capacitor, in this case it says it depletes in 30 seconds. So if I'm running everything, the capacitor is only going to last about 30 seconds. Let's show you another ship and we'll go over that a little bit more. In front of us we have the Catalyst. That's my current ship, so we're going to go down to Catalyst and show the fittings. I have all the skills needed to fly the Catalyst. So let's simulate the fitting. I have no warnings, no missing skill sets. Everything is loaded. We have our CPU, power grid, capacitor. In this case, the capacitor depletes in 1 minute and 39 seconds. That's telling me that in this current state, if I'm running everything, because you can see it's highlighted in green, everything that's an active module can be highlighted in green, showing that it's active. That means if I'm running everything, I will run out of power in 1 minute and 39 seconds. And that is not a good thing, especially when you're in the middle of a fight. So let's take a look at these, because some of these modules are more power intensive than others. And I just happen to know 2 of them that are. One of the more power intensive ones is going to be your afterburner, or if you have a micro warp drive, that'll just deplete it completely. Let's turn it off. Just click it, it'll overheat it. Click it again, it's turned off. Now it'll last 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Another item I know that is really power intensive is the armor repairer. Let's turn that off and see what we get. So if we click it once, it turns red, it overheats. Click it once more, it's grayed off. It's online, but it's turned off. Now my build is stable. That means that everything else can run without running out of power. So I don't have to worry about running out of the ability to fire my weapons. I don't have to worry about anything else. But if you get into a fight, you start taking damage. It gets into your armor. You have to activate your armor repair. Remember, we're stable. Look at that. Now it's only going to last about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Now you're thinking, okay, well, in the middle of a fight, 2 minutes and 15 seconds is quite a long time. But maybe you need to get the heck out of there. You got whoever you're fighting has friends that are coming in on site and going to help them, and you know you're going to get blapped. You want to activate your afterburners. Turn them on. Now our capacitor depletes in 1:39. So you have to be very aware of your capacitor. Another thing that I want you to see is that if you look down here in the bottom right hand corner, it'll tell you that for everything here, including the ship, it's 2.6 million ISK. So if you hit the open multi-buy, don't hit buy all because it'll buy it all. Hit the open multi-buy. It'll show you a list of everything, what it's going to cost. Now, to buy everything that they have, now they don't have, 5 of these items are highlighted in red. That means in the current market, they just don't have it. You would have to go looking for it at other markets. One thing you want to be aware of, I already have a catalyst. I do not need to buy another catalyst. So what I want to do is remove that. So now the price has dropped down to 1.2 million. Let's look at the weapons down at the very bottom, the 125 millimeter scout. We need 8 of them. At 8 of them, they're 137,600 ISK. For 8, we're looking at 1.1 million ISK. But if you look at the pricing is 188% over average value or average cost. So if you have ISK to burn, if you've got plenty of ISK and you're in a hurry and you want to rearm and get loaded back out there, or get back out there and finish up the fight, well, you can go ahead and hit buy and it'll buy everything for you and throw it in your inventory. But if you're looking to save ISK, if your pocketbook is a little bit light and you need to save some money, what you can do is right click it, view market details. That item is going to come up in the market. Now you can sort it in many different ways. The closest, which we have 2 people selling in the station for 137,007 and 137,006. But if you're sorting by price, 5 jumps away we have it for 124,000. That's what, 10, 13, 12,400 ISK. Let's see, 3 jumps away has it 125,000. It's a savings. If you're willing to make a jump 3 jumps away, you can pick it up at a savings. Just be careful where you're going. Be careful what systems are in between where you are and your destination, because you might get ganked going through gates. But like I said, if you need to save money, you can search the market, find it for a cheaper price, and you just may have to travel a little bit. Another thing you can do, which I really don't recommend, is put a buy order. You can see the buy orders are pretty cheap. This guy's buying one for 40,000. This guy's buying it for 40,000. This guy's got 70 orders for 1,700. Those orders could be sit there for days or weeks. He may not even get anything at that order. Honestly, if I'm selling something and this guy's buying at 40, but this guy's buying at 1,000, I'm going to go ahead and sell it to this guy for 40. So just take that into account. This is where you find your beginner fits. Like I said, you'll find multiple beginner fits here. Just use the one you need. It'll tell you what skills you have, what skills you don't have. And one last thing, if you go down to more, it'll open up a second channel, and those channels will have things like battle cruisers, battleships, mining barges. So it just depends on what you need, on what you look for. Hope this helped, guys. Talk to you later.